island of the Blue Dolphins was inspired by the life of Juana Maria, famously known as the Lone Woman of San Nicolas Island. In the 1800s, fur trading was a thriving industry between North America's native populations and European colonists. Over time, the colonists took over fur harvesting and established companies to meet growing market demands. One such enterprise was the Russian-American Company, founded by Russia. In 1811, the company began hunting otters along the Californian coast, as their pelts were highly sought after. A group of 25 to 30 Kodiak natives from Alaska was hired as hunters for this venture. During the expedition, the Kodiak hunters were left on San Nicolas Island to hunt seals. Although the island was remote, it was inhabited by a Native American group known as the Nicoleños. Conflict erupted between the Kodiaks and the Nicoleños, resulting in the massacre of most Nicoleño men and the enslavement of many women. What became of the Kodiaks is uncertain. They either departed or were killed by the surviving Nicoleño women. This encounter devastated the Nicoleño population, leaving fewer than 100 people on the island. By the early 1830s, many Nicoleños had abandoned their home, and in 1835, the Santa Barbara Mission organized a rescue operation to relocate the remaining islanders, fewer than a dozen, to the mainland. One woman, however, was left behind, Juana Maria. According to one account, Juana Maria had boarded the rescue schooner Peor es Nada, better than nothing, when she realized her infant was missing. She returned to the village to find the child, only to discover it had been killed by wild dogs. The schooner, unable to wait due to an approaching storm, sailed off without her. Another version of the story suggests the crew left hastily without conducting a proper head count. The Peor es Nada planned to return, but it sank en route to San Francisco, leaving Juana Maria stranded. Juana Maria spent the next 18 years living in isolation on San Nicolas Island. Despite multiple attempts to locate her, search efforts failed. She reportedly lived in a cave, which may have helped her avoid detection by Russian and Kodiak otter hunters who occasionally returned to the island. In 2012, archaeologists discovered what they believed to be her cave after 2 decades of searching. In 2018, historian Susan Morris suggested that Juana Maria might not have been completely alone during her years on the island. Records show that elephant seal hunters, smugglers, and Chinese abalone harvesters frequented the area, raising the possibility that she encountered these groups. One intriguing story from an 1847 Boston Atlas article recounts how sailors allegedly found and briefly held a woman on the island, though she escaped and hid in the grass. The authenticity of this account remains uncertain. Juana Maria was eventually discovered in 1853 by fur trapper George Nidever during his 3rd search at the request of the Santa Barbara Mission. She willingly returned with Nidever and his crew to the mainland, where she became a local sensation and enjoyed interacting with visitors. Sadly, just 7 weeks after her arrival, Juana Maria died of dysentery. She was buried in an unmarked grave at the Santa Barbara Mission, marking the end of her remarkable story. Juana Maria, the lone woman of San Nicolas Island, was the last known member of the Nicoleño people, and her legacy continues to inspire and fascinate to this day.